today we're reviewing the Launch 123 Elite. You're strong, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so as you can see, I still keep it in the case. Still use it all the time. I've upgraded, so it's probably done. Let's see, does it have power?
No, that's dead.
It's dead. Alright, so it's dead unfortunately, but not too bad. So same thing, I always plug it up, right? This is something that I don't even keep in my toolbox anymore because it's just like I use a different scanner completely, which I'll do a review on that one. This same company by Launch, but this one, it does 4 systems. It does a little more sometimes too, depending on the car, but it does airbags, which is SRS. It does transmission, engine, and then what is the last one? Some other shit. Transmission, engine, SRS. Damn, man. I don't know. It's so crispy though that I still have this tag on it, so I could have a brand new screen if I wanted to. But the reason why this is great too is, and the reason why I'm not worried about it being discharged, is most scanners, the way they work, you plug it into the car and then it just does what it's supposed to do. So we'll just go ahead and plug this up. There's really no complaints that I have about this scanner. It's really solid. It's helped me diagnose multiple cars for sure. Some cars, they need the extra oomph to it, so that's where it comes into play. But let's go ahead and start her up. Is you just use the power button, turn her on, we're at 4%. There she goes. She's a little slow on her startup for sure. There's also this feature that it does an automatic scan, and that's helpful on cars that have the automatic scan feature. This one doesn't, it's a 03, but for the most part I really don't even use that feature, but it's an automatic thing, so sometimes it happens. So this is going to take probably a good 30 seconds, a minute to really run this process to fully get on, and there's always updates happening, so it's really great. This machine specifically, it has updates, and as you can see, it's doing its VIN scan, so this is an automatic thing, but it never catches this one. So it's great. It has a lot of different updates that happen, and you could always send yourself whatever you scan. You could report it, then you email it to yourself, of course, when you get on the internet. So I'm gonna click OK. Skip. Okay. Diagnose. And then we're going to go down to a Honda, because that's what we are on. And it's a quick process. The longest process really is it scanning the full system. You could do specific system scans, but really out of all the scanners on the market, I would say this does a really good job at being more than just, you know, your traditional scanner. So Odyssey, let me scroll down to 03. Okay, and so these options are what pop up always. So you have health report, system scan, system selection. You always want to do a health report, and that's going to scan the whole system. Yes, it's in park or neutral, which it really doesn't matter. But now you're going to see all the different systems that it scans. So we got the engine system first. It finds one fault, which of course. Somebody stole the cat on this one, so there's a OBD, not OBD, O2 sensor code. And this process is probably going to take a good 5 minutes, because it usually always does. And I don't even want to say that's a problem, an issue that I have. It's just the process of the machine, right? So it just takes a little bit of time for it to go through its process, check all the systems. So can't be mad at that, right? So as this does its thing, which that's the main reason for this whole thing, it checks all the systems, that all the main 4 systems really is what it checks. And then from there you're able to do a decent diagnosis job on it and see what's going on. So I guess while we wait, we'll take you to the back to show you the bigger, badder scanner, right? And this is going to be something that we do a review on in the future. You got big boy launch. So I'm not going to open this up. You just have to see for the review on the next one. But this one does all the systems, and pretty much everything that a big bad scanner could do, this one could do as well. Whoops. So by the time we go back into this vehicle and we look at the scanner, it's still not going to be done. So you can see right here, it's still loading. ABS, that's the other system. So those are usually the main 4 systems, is the engine, transmission, ABS, and the airbags. Those are the main systems. So we're just going to wait here for the process to happen, you know. But the only reason why I got this one is because a long time ago, my buddy, he works on BMWs, and he had a smaller version of that and an older version. And what was cool about that is he was able to pretty much diagnose all BMWs with that small scanner, and it was a 123 as well. So that's what told me, okay, when I do get a scanner, I'm gonna have to get a launch scanner, because there's so much value in it. So that's what led me to pick this one, kind of, sort of, but not really. So this is still 123, but it's the elite version. The only reason why I went to the elite version is because the regular 123, it was $140, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it. But then this elite one came on sale, and it was the same price. So I was like, you know what, better deal to get a better scanner, right? So that's why I went with the elite version. Now if we look at it, woo, there we go. So as you can see, we have, it always pops up the issues, right? The ones that have issues, and it puts that to the front. It scans it, engine, transmission, then ABS, then the SRS light, but it's popping up everything that has an issue. So you could see O2 sensor, you could see seatbelt buckle, seatbelt tensioner, and then we have the automatic transmission system, normal, then the seat weight sensor, normal. So it does check a little more than just the 4. And then if we go into it, we could then also, you know, report these findings. We could read the module information, which is just talking about the ECU and those numbers, okay? We could read the faults, which you can see the fault right there. It's current. It'll usually say, what does it specific? It says current, intermittent, and past. So let's read intermittent. There's no intermittent codes. We could clear the fault, but that's not going to matter because it should pop right back up. Read faults. Oh, okay, it doesn't pop up immediately. Cool. So then read the data streams. Let's just do auto select, and we'll just select all. So the system has 62 different modules. Now you could see the alternator is working at 37% capacity. We have the current from the alternator, which is the battery current as well, 14.5. That's solid. Then we have all this information that it talks about. Now I'm not going to go into detail about what each thing means because it's just a lot of things, but pretty much 6 pages of this information. And it even goes so far to show the percentage of fuel somewhere. I probably passed it, but it shows like what percentage of fuel you have. Where is that? Salud. See fuel level 91.76. So you could see specifically, your fuel level, which is kind of a cool feature. But anyways, that's pretty much it, and pretty much every single different module that we go into will have its similar play on things like that. And because I erased codes, what should happen when I go to when I get out of this, and we're in the automatic transmission, there's 34, so it does the same thing. It's just go show a bunch of information that I'm not going to go into detail with. But now if you see this little button right here that looks like a camera, we take a picture of the information that's right here. Then we can exit completely out of it, and it has buttons on the side that actually work pretty decently. So if we go to the readiness monitors, they should all not be ready because I just cleared the codes. And what's cool is you could switch between just regular OBD. If this doesn't do it, it failed, cool. Oh, we go just OBD2, and it's going to give us information differently as well than what the diagnostic would do. Because what the diagnostic really is, as you see, it's waiting, it's searching through. What the diagnostic really is the factory. The factory settings and stuff, right? So the way, if you go to a Honda dealership, that's the way the diagnostic works in this system. Now when you do OBD2, that's just how you plug up a regular scanner, and then you see those. But as you can see, we have 4 that are ready, readiness monitors, and then we have 4 that are not ready. So okay, let's do the full protocol. I messed up. I meant to click okay.
There's no fuck ups in these videos.
The only fuck up is me dealing with you.
Take that back.
Ow. Damn, bro, that was rough on my shoulder. Okay, we'll get it. Alright, so okay. And then we have a bunch of other information that pops up, right? So we could do pretty much everything that we did before. It's a little bit different. We could do some tests. I didn't go into so much detail about the test, but if we go to readiness monitors after cleared, where we got ready, cat, not ready because that doesn't exist anymore. Heated catalyst monitor is not supported. Evap, not ready. And these it just means that it needs to go through its drive cycle. The cat is probably never going to be ready. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so you go through that process, and then we could look at the life for the cat. That'll be an interesting hack, and I'm going to get the inspection right away because and it's scary because if they turn it off, then GG. Okay. But you see, we got the throttle position, and this will change if you hold this. This will change if I put more gas on. So it changes depending on what's going on with the car. But it shows a lot less data, right, than what it is before. So the best way to get the most data is by going through your diagnostic. But yeah, again, I can't say anything bad. You can see it's charging up. But again, this doesn't need to charge because the car will charge it, and then you'll still be able to use it like I'm using it. But then we could do short trim. We could look at that. We could do comparisons as well by just like combining. We either could combine them, or we just select the things that we want to see. So you could see it puts it on the graph, and you could see it move in real time. Now I'm not doing anything, so it should be fairly within spec, and you can see what it shows, which is accurate. It should always be closer to 0. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This Launch 123X, really solid. Recommend it. If you
serial number on that shit now.
all right, well, that's why editing magic. Look, serial number disappear. Should I show it a third time?
Wow. Again.
All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You go home, and if you want to look at some of the data that you save, there's you know, these pictures that were taken, right? So pictures that really don't matter necessarily. Then we got diagnostic report, and now you can see all the different diagnostic stuff that you did in the past, depending on how much you have in terms of space. Images, these are screenshots that were taken by that little camera icon right there. So all this you could go back to and take a peek. And then of course, when you're on Wi-Fi, this upgrade feature will show you all the different software updates. And then what's cool, you could buy multiple different resets if you go here, of course, when you have internet, and it will allow you to buy pretty much all the different resets that you could possibly have, and it's at a fair price, I would say, because it kind of adds up to a big scanner in a way. So this scanner could do more, and as you can see, this is the battery voltage line, so it's showing that battery is doing pretty well. If I turn it off, it should drop to 12 eventually because it's still charged, but it's just consistently dropping, and then it'll just stay around 12 or so, of course, if the battery's good, right? But pretty solid little scanner here for sure. This will help you with all your diagnostic needs if you're pretty much starting out. And then once you upgrade, you'll see it in another video where I show you the Launch 431, which is a biometric scanner, which just means it does a lot more, and it does two-way communication. So you could actually tell the wipers to go on, and then the wipers will go on, switch, and pretty much you're telling the system what to do, and it's communicating back with you. But yeah, this has been the Launch 123, and recommend. I would say probably You don't have to get the 123X. You could pretty much get any 123 version. If it's on sale, then get a better one, right? This was around 150 bucks. So probably 9 out of 10. Something that you definitely need in your arsenal when you're working on cars.